Hey everyone, it's September 2nd and I wanted to do a video on the one eggplant plant that I am growing. I'm actually not a fan of eggplant, so I've never grown it before. This is the first year I've ever grown it. And the reason why I don't really like eggplant is it's a texture issue. They usually contain too many seeds for me, they're too watery, you have to salt them and dry them out. It's a process for something I don't really like too much. On a whim, I decided to buy a plant at Home Depot and just stick it in the ground and see what happens. It's in a little $3 tomato cage, which I learned is imperative because this specific type of plant is so prolific. It needs some kind of support to keep it from falling over. And this is called an Ichiban type Japanese eggplant. Here you can see the tag right here. And this is quite literally the first kind of eggplant I've ever enjoyed in my life. They're totally different than the typical fat eggplants that look like little footballs. These are very firm, the water content is very low, it has very little seeds, and if you bread it and bake it, you don't even have to fry it, it comes out into this delicious crispy little chip. And I just absolutely love them, and you can just see how incredibly prolific they are. The plant is just loaded with fruit. And the taste is so far above and beyond any other type of eggplant I've ever had. I just love them, and I can't wait to grow them next year. I may even do 2 eggplants, although I don't even know if I'll need it because they're just so prolific. So these eggplants come on a really strong vine, and you actually need shears to pick them off. So a nice set of these is exactly what you're going to need. I'm going to pick this one right here. And here you can get a look as to what they look like. They're about 6 to 9 inches long. They're very thin, about 1 to 2 inches in diameter, and they slice up just wonderfully for baking or frying if you prefer to fry them. Now I wanted to take you inside and show you how I make my eggplant chips. My ingredients list is pretty simple. You have the eggplant, some kind of liquid to coat the eggplant in so it makes the eggplant chips sticky. You have something to bread it, and then you have seasoning for the breading. So what I'm using to coat the eggplant in will be a mixture of kefir and egg. If you don't have kefir or you can't find it, you can just use some yogurt. To bread them, I have a mixture of white grits and tapioca flour. If you can't find grits, you can just use regular rolled cornmeal. If you can't find tapioca flour, you can use cornstarch. It's very similar. If you just want to use wheat flour, you can do that too, but personally wheat makes my nose a little stuffy, so I don't eat a lot of it. And I find that tapioca or cornstarch gives chips a better texture than regular flour does anyway. And for the seasoning, we're going to use simply salt, pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, and oregano. I don't normally cook with recipes, but we'll put the exact amount in the descriptions below, and we'll start off with 4 eggplant. Peeled and sliced. Now we add eggs, garlic powder, oregano, chili powder, salt, black pepper, tapioca starch, grits or cornmeal, kefir or yogurt, whisk until smooth, add eggplant, and coat. Take a pan lined with parchment paper, spray. Place your eggplant chips. The nice thing about making these in a batter, you can often flip them all at once. Now, I chose to combine all the dry and liquid ingredients together and make a batter and soak the eggplant chips in the batter. If you wanted to, you could mix the dry and wet ingredients separately. You can just mix the egg and the kefir or yogurt together and soak your eggplant chips in them. Then mix all of your dry ingredients and your spices together and hand bread them all. But I prefer the batter texture to the individually breaded texture. Now we're going to put them back in the oven and cook the underside. And here's the final product. Absolutely delicious. And if you want to really step it up to the next level, serve it with tzatziki sauce. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please subscribe to the channel for more updates. Thanks for watching, everyone.